Hey, good morning, everybody. Taylor McMullen here with the McMullen Homes team, bringing you episode 3 of the McMullen Homes Real Estate News and Stats Report. Today, I will be covering the July monthly statistics for the overall housing market, as well as getting in depth with the garden suites and going over if they're a good investment or whether or not it's something that you should consider doing for your own home. I will have information on that here. So, before I get started, though, I want to make my shout out. I did that last time for Rome, reuniting owners with missing animals. Local organization that I truly believe in. They are a purely volunteer-based organization, and their whole goal is just to just do that, reunite animals with their owners. Animals that go missing. So, as I said, I have 3 pets of my own. So, if any of them went missing, I would be grateful to have a service like this. So, thank you so much. And be sure to check those guys out. I'll leave a link in the comments below so that you guys can check out their website and their Facebook page too. If you ever encounter a situation like that, you know where to go. So the July stats for 2018. So the overall statistics. So when compared to July 2017 over 2018, we are actually down in total sales by 17.6%. Now that seems like a steep number, but it doesn't necessarily correlate with value. As you can see, we are actually up. Our average value is actually up 5.5%. So interesting scenario though. Typically, they would follow suit. Sales are down, prices are down. But what's going on right now is that, at least my hunch is, we've got a lot of artificial suppression going on in our marketplace right now through the government. We've got the foreign taxes, we've got the mortgage qualification issues, and the speculation taxes. All of that is really suppressing buying power, particularly in the foreign investors. So that's why we're seeing a slowdown in luxury market. Anything really over sort of 800 to 850 seems to start is really starting to slow down. So as you can see, as with regards to the single family dwellings of July 2017, there was a total of 396 sales of single family dwellings, and this year we are down 16.5% at 340 total sales. Condominiums, 230 sales for 2017, and we are down 22.6% to 188 total sales. Naturally, August is typically a slower time in the market, anyways. But when in unison with the new speculation changes or speculation taxes, foreign taxes, and mortgage qualification changes, those artificial suppressors, when combined with a slower time in the market, we're just gonna get numbers like these anyways. So it's too early to tell what'll happen, but it'll be interesting to see what happens this coming September. Is usually when the market starts to pick up a little bit, when everyone's back from summer holidays and in the buying mood again. So yeah, just some things that we've noticed. So it's still heavily active under the 750 price point. So multiple offers, just good activity on those listings. So it goes to show you there's still a lot of local presence, a lot of local buying power that are still taking up the inventory as it comes up onto the market. So anything under 750 at this point seems to be fairly active. And as well as condos. I find condos though under the 550 mark, that's where they seem to be fairly active. I know in our own personal business, this holds true with regards to the condos and the homes at under the $750,000 price point. Very active listings, that's for sure. And then anything sort of over that 1 million mark, I would say probably closer to 900,000. But anything over that is significantly slower. I mean, the luxury market right now is just taking a complete 360 from where it was. That has to do with the huge reduction in foreign buying power, but that won't stay like that forever. They'll be back. As I said, the artificial suppressors are keeping lots of potential buyers for that luxury market out of the market at the moment, are on the sidelines waiting to see what'll happen. And yeah, so with that being said, because there is a decent slowdown, we are heading towards a more buyer favored market with inventory beginning to stack. But with that being said, as I said, there's still lots of activity going on. Still, anything under that, as I said, $750,000 price point is quite active. But with the stacking and inventory, it's now the sellers that are sort of having to compete. So sellers are having to be a little bit more realistic with their pricing to remain competitive. As I said, it's them competing now rather than the buyers for the most part. So uh, with there being more inventory, they're going to have to do what they can to stick themselves out, and that may include also a strong marketing plan to assist with the sale to encourage a further standout above the competition there. And to sort of get touch base on our main topic now, I wanted to get into garden suites because I truly think that this is a forward thinking idea to help densify our city here and hopefully increase housing for tenants and a variety of different demographics. So how I want to approach this is sort of take it to the homeowner currently, and if they are on the fence with regards to building one or not, I want to hopefully give you some insight and to hopefully get you off the fence because not only is it a great benefit and investment strategy for you, but you're also helping the extreme housing shortage that we have here, affordable housing shortage that we have here on the island and throughout BC. So, garden suites. So the total construction cost. So I would consult a professional builder before taking this as advice. But this is just sort of what I have received as offhand knowledge from builder friends and contractors and whatnot. And of course, me being a homeowner, I'm personally interested in this because I would like the potential to put one in someday once they legalize it here in Saanich. So total construction cost, all involved, you're looking at around $100,000 to $150,000. Again, verify that those figures; those are just figures that I've been given. You can build them on most single-family dwelling lots that are 5,500 square feet plus. In the comments below, I will send you guys to some links that'll basically go over the zoning for Victoria, Saanich, and the areas that are thinking about allowing garden suites. This way you can refer to the zoning and see what requirements are needed to be met for you to legally build one in your backyard, and also confirm that your municipality is allowing them to happen. I will get into that shortly, but right now it's Victoria that's allowing them. And Oak Bay is considering it. Saanich is doing studies right now to see if it's something they'd like to take on. So I'll go over that later. But the other thing I like about the garden suites is their high cash flow opportunity. I mean, in the next slide, or the next couple of slides here, I'll go over some of the mathematics around owning a garden suite, putting $100,000 into a garden suite versus putting $100,000 into a condominium as an investment. Certainly a worthy investment if you're aiming straight purely for cash flow. And then one of the other benefits is you get to live in your home, incur a monthly income while maintaining your privacy. I mean, we're seeing a lot of suites within the houses themselves, and that's a fantastic idea. I think, if you can get on that, definitely do it. If at the very least, if you're not interested in doing the garden suite, again, you're still increasing the housing, but also that income support is very helpful and helps with affordability, especially in the younger buyers. So, when we're comparing the garden suite versus the condominium as an investment, the condominium typically has a higher price point. You then assume the responsibility of becoming a member of strata, so you have less flexibility with your unit as a result, meaning, Airbnb, there could be rental restrictions, it could be age restrictions, they could change the bylaws on a moment's notice, and that could seriously affect your overall investment. So, and you can achieve the same rent through a garden suite at 1/4 the cost. So if you're thinking about, okay, I got $100,000 to spend as an investment here, do I go for the garden suite or the condominium? Well, the condominium definitely has a lot more barriers to entry, in my opinion, than the garden suite. So having a look at the math here, you can see with a garden suite, $100,000 construct. Let's just use the figure $100,000. Again, verify with a contractor before you go and take this advice. But just using that number as sort of a ballpark figure, we'll say $100,000 construction cost. You're getting rent equal to that of a 1-bedroom condo downtown with a parking spot, which is somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,000 to $1,400 per month for a 1-bedroom. No mortgage payment at the very least. If you used a line of credit or an equity loan to purchase to pull out that access, that large sum of money, you'll be paying the line of credit down. But for the most part, yes, no mortgage payment. So the cash is 100% yours. So once you build that suite, the cash is yours. You take it home with you. There's no payments other than the capital expenditures that come with maintaining the building and the utility costs, unless the tenant's covering them, and of course, line of credit. If you used a line of credit to pay for this garden suite, then you'll have that minimum payment to pay as well, and no strata fee, which is nice. And of course, by doing that, you're increasing the value of your property, um, as well as additional benefits that I'll go over in the next slide there. But yes, you're increasing the value of your property. So essentially, $100,000 construction costs can, quickly pay for itself by the value that you add to your property. Then you take the condominium, you take that same $100,000 on I just took this from MLS, a recent condo sale that allowed rentals, one bedroom. You take the $100,000 down payment on a $350,000 condo in downtown Victoria. Again, the rent is still the same, so $1,000 to $1,400 per month for a one bedroom. Mortgage is about $250,000 if you're putting $100,000 down, with the 3.25% interest rate at a 5-year fixed term and a 25-year amortization period. That's 3.25% as a current interest rate for a 5-year fixed term right now. And that comes out to a monthly payment of $1,215.41 plus the additional $200 strata fee. So yes, you're accessing that forced savings account. You're able to pay down that mortgage every month for the most part without being too out of pocket. But as far as a cash flow investment goes, that would be more of a long-term hold. As you can see, the cash flow either just meets or is under what the monthly payment would be for you at $1,415.41 there. Would be your monthly payment. So $1,415.41 per month is your monthly payment on the condo, whereas for the garden suite, it's just maintenance costs and utilities. Whereas here you've got your strata fees, your utilities, your monthly payments. So, and you don't get any of the cash. There's no cash flow on this one. You're holding the condominium, whereas the garden suite, again, the cash is 100% yours. So I personally prefer the garden suite route, and will be heading in that direction myself at some point in the near future. Once Saanich gives the okay, I'll probably get the ball rolling on that. So additional benefits to the garden suite. So we're increasing the supply of affordable senior housing. There currently exists a major shortage. Take a look at the wave of baby boomers coming. There's going to be some amazing opportunities there to support the seniors as they struggle to find housing. It already exists now. I mean, in a personal case, my grandfather and clients of ours, there is senior housing, but affordable senior housing, not really. And I mean, even the expensive senior housing is at a shortage. I mean, you guys are looking at these guys are looking at anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 a month just to live in these places. So, being able to build that garden suite to address the senior affordability issue, that's definitely a direction I may consider taking. I don't know too many grandpas and grandmas that are partying, so they make great tenants and great long-term tenants as well. Again, you're increasing the overall rental supply for a variety of demographics. I mean, it's not just seniors. Of course, you got students that are looking for housing at any given time, just your average working family looking for housing. Again, the rents and the prices have definitely skyrocketed. So allowing for the construction of garden suites will help densify the neighborhoods, allowing for more people to live within the city in an affordable way. Another benefit, you'll be able to house a family members, so your teens, your parents, extended family. That's a really good benefit as well. You want that privacy. Maybe the teen wants privacy when they're getting older, and you want them out of the house, but again, they can't afford anything, so this would be a great option for them as well. just treat them as the tenant. Housing your parents, there's a lot of cultures and people that live as one big family unit. So this would be nice for parents, again, senior parents that are needing that assisted living, but want their own privacy. I could see myself doing something like that in the future. Sorry, Michael McMullen. And then the allowance for settle density in existing neighborhoods without damaging the character of the area. So currently with Saanich right now, they're conducting a survey, which is going over a lot of these elements here. There's a lot of variables to take into account when a lot of variables to take into account here when allowing for the legalization of a garden suite. Lots of concerns. So I'll be going over some of those concerns shortly, but I'm going to be leaving in the comments below a lot of Saanich's, not a lot, but a couple of documents identifying what it takes to build these garden suites, as well as recent surveys being conducted by the Saanich municipality to determine what areas to address when legalizing these garden suites. I think they had something over 1,000 participants, and they were getting into things like privacy, building size, all being major concerns, and parking on the streets. So lots of concerns, and the study was quite interesting. So I'll post the results in the comments below for you guys to review off of Saanich's website there. And then of course a private mortgage helper to assist with affordability. I mean, as I always said, for the most part, you could go the condo route as a first-time home buyer, or the house route. Might be a little more challenging to qualify for the house, but by the time you take take a suite, whether it be a basement suite or a garden suite, and your monthly mortgage payment, you subtract that money you're getting from the suite from the mortgage payment, it ends up being around the same cost as it would be for a condo, except you get a much larger property, and you have more flexibility with your own property, that's for sure. So the affordability issue is interesting, but those suites definitely make it viable, given that if you're willing to sacrifice a little bit of the space within the house, you can incur a nice monthly income to assist you and support you on those expensive, challenging mortgage payments. And yeah, so as I said, garden suites, I think, are a fantastic opportunity for people that are looking to for some cash flow, potentially for retirement, affordability, assisting with affordability, addressing the housing shortage we have. But there are quite a few variables to consider before doing that. So I would consult a local builder or contractor. There's quite a few of them that do it here in town, including I think Lita Homes does it both. So I would assume all the major developers probably handle the garden suites here, and then of course lots of independent contractors that are also doing this as a service. So if you have or are interested in the potential for building a garden suite, feel free to leave a message in the comments below. I can certainly hook you up with some contacts to go and get that ball rolling for you if it is something that you're on the fence about. But as you can see, the garden suite as an investment is definitely a viable option, and it's something I'm considering myself personally, being a younger homeowner. It's definitely nice to have that income support, helping me cover the mortgage, as it does get a bit strapping sometimes for most people. And another thing I wanted to do is, in the comments below, I'll be posting the survey results for the Saanich municipality. Currently, it's Victoria that's legalized it, but Oak Bay and Saanich right now are conducting studies, and I think Saanich is quite a bit ahead of Oak Bay at the moment. But you can have a look at those studies for yourself and see what kind of issues they're hoping to address prior to allowing for this to be legal. And of course, in addition to making it legal, making it extremely easy and affordable, and streamlining the process so that it doesn't take months for people to be able to do these things. Traditionally, it's a pain in the arse to try and get permits for all this stuff. So I hope that through this study, I hope that one variable to take into account is speed and getting these things approved quickly, because it's very frustrating having to wait long periods of time to get this stuff dealt with, and it doesn't really solve the issue if people are, your average person wants to go ahead with something like this, but it's going to take them a bunch of time and cost them a lot of stress and headache to get it dealt with. I think it's got to be streamlined in order to make this efficient. Anyways, guys, so that's all I wanted to discuss today. I'll keep it fairly short. Garden suites, definitely an interesting topic to discuss. If you have any questions or more questions or suggestions for future content, please leave them in the comments below. I definitely like to hear from you guys. It helps me with future episodes. And again, if you require any general real estate advice, or if you have any questions, I'd be delighted to assist that for you. There's our contact information on the page there. Feel free to reach out anytime. Okay, guys, enjoy the day. Take care. Bye-bye.